The American dream. Everybody wants to start selling products in the US. When you first start an e-commerce brand, your goal is probably to just go ahead and expand to the US market in some day, or you might already be starting your brand in the US in the first place. But I do believe that you're doing yourself a disservice by starting in the US. I've personally seen that the most successful brands that we've worked with has first started at the local level before expanding their horizons to bigger markets. And I think that you can dominate easier in the local markets. So I want to share with you in today's video why I think that is, and the tips that I would have for you in order to dominate your local market first. My name is Justin, and I'm the founder at Wizo Media, an e-commerce marketing agency specializing in elevating thriving brands by simplifying e-commerce growth. In all transparency, I just put away all the sauce, all the secrets in this YouTube channel and on all of my free content, but I do have two things to sell. One of those is PCAD, which is a done with you consulting that we offer for small e-commerce brands and help them grow to a level where it makes sense for them to start working with an agency. So then we also have our agency, which we help bigger 7- and 8-figure e-commerce brands scale through paid ads and performance creative. So check out the description down below for links on these two. Now, why should you launch your brand locally in the first place? Well, first of all, you have higher market resonance. So I'm going to take the easy example, so something that hits home for me. I'm going to talk about the French-Canadian market. Now, if you didn't know already, one province in Canada, Quebec, is majoritively French. So it's the only place in North America which French speakers. It has its own little culture. There's a lot of local aspects. So not only the language barrier is different, right? And geographically speaking, you're also constrained to one place in North America. So with that being said, it would make a lot more sense for a Quebec-based brand to advertise or to start a brand in the Quebec market before expanding internationally. Now, just for the sake of it, I'll give another example. Let's say I could be a brand owner who is in the US and I do want to start a brand, and I'm watching this video and I'm like, okay, so should I just abandon the idea of selling in the US? Absolutely not. But let's say you're in Tennessee, then you might want to start selling in your state or in your city. If you live in a big city, right? As an example, New York. Well, you probably have a higher chance of dominating the New York market before expanding to the entire country. So where I'm going with this is, even in our clients that are the most successful and that sell nationwide, we always find that there is 1, 2, 3, maybe at max 4 states in the US that works best for them. So we always end up going back and advertising in these states that just work the best. Now, another reason for you to do that is because it's probably, again, going to be easier for you to get resonance with the markets. You resonate with the local aspect, and that's something is a lot of people want to support local. So this is a big movement that really started with the pandemic a few years ago, where a lot of people had to kind of support local at the time. But by doing that, you can get and gain the trust of a lot more customers fast. By gaining more trust, you get more testimonials, more product reviews, more orders, and more success. And if that comes faster and easier to you, then it becomes easier to leverage that in order to scale. Because truth is, if you're starting an e-commerce brand, you can't leverage testimonials. You can't leverage social proof. You can't even leverage your customers because you don't have any. So to go after an entire nation and to try and hope to get a couple customers is honestly a long shot. Whereas if you go local, you're going to get a lot of people who are going to want to support you. And then by supporting you, you can get these initial product reviews, you can get initial feedback from the markets, more easily implement that feedback into your products. So improve your products in general, improve your store overall, and again, leverage these testimonials in your ads. Because the truth is, for a lot of re-engagement or warm audiences ads, or even in your email marketing, it's very good to leverage social proof to just push that person over the line and make them buy for the first time. Now, market domination is also somewhat easier because, again, it's simple math, right? If I'm giving you 3 puppies or 10 puppies, which group are you actually going to be able to assert dominance on that more easily? Probably the 3 puppies, right? Because there's just less people. Although on the flip side, there is a big caveat: competition is bigger. So if you go into direct competition with somebody that does the exact same thing as you do, then you might have a hard time applying the strategy. This applies honestly if you have a unique selling mechanism, a unique angle, a unique proposition, or a unique brand. So as I've mentioned many times over in my recent videos, it's not always about the uniqueness of the product. Sometimes it's hard, honestly, to create a unique product. You can't just invent something new, because we've done so many things in the last 100 years with the industrialization that besides going into the tech industry, making new inventions and products is honestly not something that you come across every day. But branding is something that you cannot take away from your business. Branding and the angle that you attack with it can be entirely new. One of the examples I love of that is one that Alex Hormozi did a few months ago, where he was talking about his famous nose strips that he wears to help with breathing. He was like, I could probably start a business tomorrow morning with nose strips that have different positive messages that I sell to either entrepreneurs or that I sell to people online that, want to look at themselves in the mirror, have a positive message on their nose and kind of feel good about themselves. Like, does the concept of a nose strip already exist? Of course, it's been there for years at this point. I've also recently seen a new nose strip business that is more colorful and patterns nose strips that is really aimed at like young women, and they use young women and they make it seem trendy to have a nose strip. So it's like breathing better is trendy at this point, and this is kind of the angle that they're leveraging. This again, it's not a new concept, it's not a new product, but the way that they're leveraging this existing product is what will make customers buy. So going back to the point at hand, if you go into a smaller market, you have to differentiate yourself at least with your branding. Take a unique angle within the market and you'll be able to rally up the troops much more easily. And to rally back to one of my points to kind of wrap everything up, creating a snowball effect is hard. To first amass enough snow, to make it stick together, to have this hard ball of snow, and then to finally get it to push off a mountain, and then for it to keep picking up snow. It's the hardest part, right? But the hardest part is initially making that small little hard bubble of snow. So with that said, once you have that, or once you create that, it's easier to kind of push it off the hill and get it to grow. So how does that apply to what we just said in today's video? If you're able to get people from local markets to, again, shoot you some quick videos with your products to get real UGC. What I mean by real UGC is not to pay people for them to record a testimonial or an unboxing. No, to actually get raw content from your customers. A quick selfie with your product, a quick video receiving your product, a quick video of their kids playing with your product, whatever that is, right? If you're able to start gathering content, an actual UGC, an actual customer-based content from your real customers, you'll have a much easier time getting a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth customer. And then all of these will also give you these videos, which is going to be easier to double. And then it just becomes exponential, right? Those 20 customers will record a video. And then once you get that, they'll probably get you another 20 customers, which will probably also want to record you a video, right? Again, I'm exaggerating. This is assuming everyone is going to want to record a video, which is not the case, but you get the gist of it. At least one person out of 10 will want to do so, which that person will spark somebody else to buy, which probably will also want to record a video and so on. So you need to first launch locally to amass proof of concept, to build your product market fit, to test your brand. And if it works at a local level, then you expand. And I've seen brands building amazing businesses, much bigger businesses than they ever thought they could at the local level. Obviously, you're capped. You're capped for scaling. As an example, in Quebec, for a woman-based audience, if you're targeting every single woman that you possibly can in Quebec, there's 2.8 million accounts that you can target. 2.8 million with the level of ad spend that we're usually spending at the very minimum with our clients takes about a month to cap. So within a month, you've shown your ads to the entire market. So when that becomes the case, then you might need to start expanding. But to start the brand, usually you can easily get to 50K per month, 100K per month. I've seen some of our local brands get to 150 and even 300K per month just by sticking to a local market. Now, with that being said, if you're watching this video and you want to be a part of a free community of e-commerce brand owners and marketers, check the description down below and join a free Facebook group, which again, any questions that you have in general about ads, you can ask in there. A ton of people can help you, but also our team is inside of it, so we can answer any and all questions. We also tend to post exclusive lives. Like last week, actually went live for over 30 minutes just for the group members. So again, check that out in the description down below. And on that note, check out also other videos on the channel for some more useful e-commerce marketing tips. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.